What's with that guy? My head remained a foggy haze even after I took a shower.
私のルックスを見て一般人だと思う？オーラが違うでしょ、オーラが。
Did he think I was just some nobody? It's all in the aura.
だいたいテレビを見ないなんて今時そんな。
Wait, who doesn't watch TV these days? I tried hating him. Since I didn't understand how I felt about Suzahara, I first attempted to interpret as hate. But that wasn't it. For when I did, I was reminded of those pure and untainted eyes piercing right through me. Those eyes. I felt like I was gonna get sucked into them by memory alone.
じゃあ
Then,
恋なの？
is this love?
厚田先輩みたいに私を知る人はみんな熱狂的な反応を見せてくれる。
Everyone I've ever met is crazy about me, just like Atsuda.
実は私はそれに飽き飽きしていて、
Though perhaps I'm just tired of that.
彼の反応がむしろ私には心地よかった。
And so I found his reaction refreshing, maybe?
そんなわけない。だって私ムカついてるし。
Right. Why would I feel so ticked off if that were the case? No matter how hot or cold I made the shower, he just refused to vacate my mind. I didn't understand. If this wasn't love or hate, then what was it? His face kept coming back into my mind's eye, almost like a photo burned into my brain. I dried my hair as I looked at myself in the mirror. Staring back at me was Riria Kurusu. Yet it felt like it was Suzahara instead. As if we were right there sneering at me through the mirror.
あんたなんかに私の苦労はわからないです。
You could never understand just how hard I've worked. When I was a child, a talent agency sent me up an audition for the part of the cleaning princess. Honestly, I thought I did it badly. I was convinced I'd screwed up. When my mother asked how it went afterwards, I remember telling her that I blew it. By some twist of good fortune, I made it through to the final selection. I remember the people at the agency putting me through lessons every day, trying to get me ready as quickly as possible. I didn't think I'd get the part, so when I received the acceptance letter, I jumped for joy. I even thought I used up all my luck for the rest of my life back then. In that moment, I found my resolve. I knew this was once-in-a-lifetime chance, so I had to make the best of it.
ピカピカマジックでみんなのお家をクリーンクリーン。
With my sparkle magic, I'm gonna make all of your homes squeaky clean.
お掃除プリンセスマジカルリリーが素敵な魔法でみんなをハピハピハッピー。
I, Cleaning Princess Magical Lily, will use my dazzling smile. Oh, my dazzling magic to make you all happy, happy, happy.
Happy, happy, happy!
Happy, happy,
Lily-chan!
happy, 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 Lily. Oh.
みんなの心クリーンクリーンしちゃうぞ。
I'm gonna make all your hearts squeaky clean. I was just a grade schooler, but I overcame everything in my path, and I put myself in the forefront of everyone's minds. I was determined to build my fan base, and once they were my fans, I'd make them love me more and more. I did everything I could, and I thought, how could I go even further? And that's what made me so perfect as the cleaning princess. Lily is
my waifu. No one can take her from me.
maybe as like an angel, what I wouldn't give to be in her class.
Happy 10th birthday, Magical Lily. Cleaning Princess Mascot Cars Association. Tragic news. Adult fans buy up all the Cleaning Princess show tickets, leaving none for the kids.
I wasn't Riria Kurusu, the magical Lily. A magical princess from Cleaning Land. I was the perfect idol, loved by fans both young and old. I had reached perfection when I was in grade school.
Our magical Lily has fallen from grace. Too tall. Lily used to be my little angel. Now she's a total hag. There's nothing wrong. Hag is good. Just look at her. She's definitely been around. The Lily we knew would never been such a slut.
My father is a tall and handsome man, and I used to be proud of that. Until I learned I inherited those genes, that is.
Oh, wait. That was... Until I learned I inherited those genes, that is. It's like, what? What's wrong with this?
In the later years of grade school, I started going through a major growth spurt. My adorable petite frame, adored by so many, transformed in the blink of an eye. Whenever I looked into the mirror, I felt like I was watching myself turn into a monster. You got tall. I sang and I danced my heart out. I worked hard to ad-lib and appeal to the crowd. I should have been the gold standard. And yet, everyone said I'd fallen from my peak. Deep down, I agreed with them. The person I saw in the mirror was no longer Clean and Princess Magical Lily. It was a tall creature with disgustingly bulging breasts. Not a trace of pixie-like features remained in her face, eyes, or mouth.
お掃除プリンセスマジカルリリーが素敵な魔法でみんなをハピハピハッピー
I, Magical Princess Magical Lily, will use my dazzling magic to make you all happy, happy, happy.
君は
Who
誰
are you?
私はお掃除の国からやってきたマジカルリリー
I'm Magical Lily from Cleaning Land.
君は誰
Who are you?
だからマジカルリリー
I said a Magical Lily.
誰君は
Who are you? The figure of a person questioned me as he stood in the world. The figure of a person questioned me as he stood in the world of black snow that steadily piled up like soot. It was him, the shadow that had haunted me ever since I saw him in my dreams.
ススハラ先輩
Suzuhara.
君は誰
Who are you?
分かってますよもうとっくにマジカルリリーなんかじゃないですよ
Look, I know I'm not Magical Lily anymore. I haven't been for ages.
私だっていっぱい悩んだんです化け物みたいになっていくこの体が恨めしかった
But you know it was hard on me. Too, I hate that I turned into such a hideous monster.
そうよ私はとっくにマジカルリリーじゃない
That's right. I stopped being Magical Lily ages ago.
成長して体が変わってそれでリリーを卒業したのよ
Your body changes as you get older. That's why I had to give up the role.
でもお芝居だって歌だってダンスだってリリーの頃よりずっと研ぎ澄まされてる
But I can,
Hold on. Oh gosh.
but I can still act, sing, and dance. I'm way better at those things than when I was
ク
Lily.
ルス・リリアは成長し続けてるのマジカルリリーより今の私の方がずっとすごいんだから
And Riria Kurusu will continue to mature. I'm far more amazing than Magical Lily ever was. But work stopped coming in once I stopped being Magical Lily. The agency sent me new jobs, but I never got the parts. Because the image everyone had of me was the pure and innocent cleaning princess, and I didn't fit that anymore. All because puberty cursed me with this disgusting body. The agency suggested I play against type and take the sexy pinup girl route. But that would go completely against the image I've worked so hard to maintain for so long. My mother and I were both vehemently opposed. But the agency didn't listen, claiming my previous character and my current body just didn't match at all. Also, I only found about this later. It seemed like the staff had taken my unusual level of professionalism and attributed it to arrogance. Because I didn't compromise with myself. I didn't compromise with others either. I hated the staff who wouldn't take me seriously, and the staff who wouldn't stop treating me like I was still a kid. Eventually, word spread that Riria Caruso was difficult to work with, so nobody wanted to work with me anymore. In other words, the agency hadn't suggested a change in focus because they wanted to deny all that I've done so far. Do we have to keep it on this? It was because they couldn't refute those who proclaimed they didn't want to work with such a brat ever again. By that point, my mother and I were furious at the agency's decision and lack of understanding. They probably felt they couldn't stick up for me anymore either. Despite how massively popular the cleaning princess was, Riria Caruso wouldn't find any work after that.
3年間干されて自分と環境に折り合いがついて
It took me 3 years without work to finally force myself to come to terms with my circumstances.
やっとフラハイのメンバーに加われることが決まって
Finally, one day, they made me a member of Flower High.
私は屈しない。そしてあの頃よりもっともっと成長した姿を見せてみんなにこう言わせてやるの。
I won't give in. I'll show everyone just how much I've grown and force them to admit it.
リリアはマジカルリリーから古巣リリアに生まれ変わって帰ってきたって。
Magical Lily may be gone, but Riria Caruso has been reborn. Just then, his lips curled into a smile for the first time. Almost as if it's permitting me. No, accepting me wholeheartedly. Perhaps we've been trying to get me to stop putting up appearances and speak from my heart instead.
僕はあまり
I don't
テレビを見ないから
watch much TV.
まあそういう人もいますし。
You're hardly the only one.
だから芸能人のことは詳しくないけれど
So I don't know much about celebrities.
そんな僕が君のことを好きになれたなら
But if you could make someone like me your fan,
私成功できるってことですよね。
then that would mean I could make it, wouldn't it?
クルスリリアとして。
As Riria Caruso, then, that is... Yes.
こんな僕が君のことを好きになれたなら
If you can make me your fan,
きっと君は成功するよ
then you'll succeed.
僕が保証する
I guarantee it.
なら私きっと先輩に好きになってもらいます。
Then I'll make you fall for me.
私のこと
I swear.
私の魅力絶対に認めさせてみせますから。
I'll force you to see what makes me so good. In the end, ITZAH smiled one last time. That smile melted away, and all that remained was my face in the mirror, staring back at me.
本当何なのかしら。鈴原先輩。
Seriously, just what is this deal? I was spoiled by all the attention I got. Sorry. I was spoiled by all the attention I got. It may have let it get to my head. Maybe it's why people called me haughty. Then perhaps he had appeared to admonish me for that.
最初はイラッときたけど、
At first I was irritated,
イラッと来ること自体
but getting,
私が高慢な証拠じゃない。
worked up over that proves that I'm haughty, doesn't it? Returning to the LCSC for the first time in a while had given me a funny feeling that something new would happen in that club room, which must have been a sign that I would be reborn into a new me.
おやすみなさい、鈴原先輩。
Good night, Suzahara.
きっとあなたを私の虜にしてみせますから。
I'll make you my fan. Just you wait.
Well then.
I went back to my room. I managed to see just fine when I woke up, but after spending time in that lit room, I couldn't anymore. It's pretty amazing the way the human's eyes work. I turned on the light.
Ugh.
The floor around my bed was sooty. Oh, that's strange. Almost like someone had dragged a package covered in black dirt around the room. I must not have seen it in the dark.
やだ。何よ、
Gross.
これ。
What is this? I wiped it up with a tissue. It wasn't thick enough to be dirt. Maybe it actually was soot. The way it was left behind, it looked less like something was dragged and more like someone with soot-covered feet had walked around my bed. Chills ran down my spine when I saw a pattern clearly left by a bare footprint. What was going on? Did that mean someone had been walking around my bed, watching me sleep?
バカバカしい。
Yeah, right. I'd always kept my door and windows locked tight. That couldn't be the case.
やっぱり私、ちょっと疲れてるのかも。
Maybe I'm just a little tired. Come to think of it, I'd always been prone to nightmares. I probably just didn't notice the filth I left behind walking around in my dirty socks. Yes, that would explain it. All of a sudden, I started getting drowsy and decided to sleep.
I would never. Why would you? No, no. I would check every part of that room and then lock the door. Like, under the bed.
When I woke up the next morning, the city footprints were nowhere to be found.
What do you mean? What time is it? I guess we can keep going for a little longer. Yeah, for like 30 minutes will do. Okay.
Iwamoto Shrine was an elegant shrine located just behind the Iwamoto shopping district. It had an auspicious reputation, likely due to its name. As a kid, I used to come here to pray before I really locked down on my popularity.
じゃあお掃除をしてる感じの何枚かいただきましょうか。
Okay, then let's take some photos of you cleaning. Why don't we?
お掃除ってこんな感じかしら。
You mean like this?
ピカピカマジックでクリーンクリーン。
With my sparkle magic, I'm gonna make this place squeaky clean.
どう？リリア、あなたの心をハピハピにできてる？
How was it? Did I make you happy? Did I?
いいねいいね。
Ooh, that was great.
あの可愛らしくて清純なお掃除プリンセスも女子高生になって色気が増してグッとくるね。
I'm struck by how pure and precious Cleaning Princess looks so adult now.
そんなことないよ。それはおじさんの心が汚れてるからだよ。
I really don't. I think your heart's just a little dirty, mister.
お掃除マジックでおじさんの汚れたハートクリンクリンしちゃうぞ。
I'll use my cleaning magic to make your filthy soul squeaky clean.
The photographers writhed as they drooled and fell all over themselves from that killing blow.
No man could resist my well-trained charms.
私もおじさんの汚れたハートクリンクリンしちゃうぞ。
I'm gonna make your dirty heart squeaky clean too, mister.
カメラマンさんたちも思わず脳説美魔女アイドル電撃デビュー。悪いけれど布川さん、私たちは今日からライバルよ。
Cameraman bewitched, beautiful lady idol shocking debut. Sorry, Nunokawa. We were rivals from this day forward.
タマユンは自分のハートをたわしか何かでクリンクリンした方がいいよ。
You're gonna need a steel brush or something to make your own heart squeaky clean, Mayuhin.
やっぱリリアちゃんは可愛いね。
Isn't Riria just the cutest?
境内を吐いてるだけですっごい絵になるよ。
She looks so picturesque, sweeping the shrine grounds.
まあそこはさすがだよね。
Well, that's hardly a surprise, given her background.
ほら男子というかなっちふぬけてないで仕事をして。
Come on, boys. Hey, Naughty. Quit standing around, get to work.
あのマジカルリリーと一緒にクリンクリンができるなんて。
I can't believe I get to make the place squeaky clean with the famous magical lily.
Wow! Good right
Great!
ナツくん、あんまり賑やかにしちゃお仕事の邪魔だよ。
Natsu, you won't get any work done if you don't calm down a little.
Suzahara seemed cool as always. I was happy Asuta was as fired up as always, of course. But I'd be even more happier if I could get Suzahara to act the same. Our eyes happened to meet during the photo shoot. When they did, I remembered the strange dream I had the night before. Even after I woke up, I still couldn't get him out of my head. For some reason, it felt like he was the only one watching me grow. I'd never been in love before, but I was sure this had to be something like love at first sight. Or was it more like watching a shooting star I've wished on? Was I hoping that I could make it big if I earned Suzahara's recognition? Whatever the case, I didn't understand why he was such a large presence in my mind when we barely spoken to each other. I knew there was no point thinking about it. After all, there doesn't have to be a reason for destiny.
マジカルリリーも高校生になったわけだけどさ。
So magical lily is in high school now, eh?
Yes.
気になる人なんかできちゃったりとかする？
Got your eye on anyone special?
あれ？考えちゃう？ひょっとしていたりしちゃう？
Wait, you're thinking about it? Does that mean you do?
I glanced at him. Everyone else was watching me, yet he kept on cleaning in silence. My blood boiled over with irritation. I was doing this interview in front of everyone to prove to him just how different I was from the most people. Of course, I wasn't foolish enough to expect him to understand my appeal so easily either.
気になる人というか
You could say that.
振り返らせたいなって思う人はいます。
Although it's more like there's someone I want to look at me.
おお、それは誰？
Oh, and who is it?
Hmm.
誰？俺かな？
Who is it? Is it me?
ナツくんは熱心なファンだからひょっとしたらそうかもね。
You're a big fan of hers, so maybe you're onto something.
そういう夢の持たせ方はあかんと思うよ。
Personally, I don't think it's good to give people hope like that.
でも素敵だね。リリアちゃんも恋をしてるんだね。
The Riria is in love. Isn't that wonderful?
俺のマジカルリリーが恋を。
My magical lily's in love?
マジカルリリーは大きくなったら俺の嫁になるんだ。誰の嫁にもさせん。
I'm gonna marry magical lily when I grow up. I won't let anyone else have her.
想像しいとリリアちゃんの仕事の邪魔になるよ。
You'll get in the way of Riria's work if you're too loud. Great.
鈴原くん、秋田くん、ちょっと来て。お使いお願い。
Sahara, Asuta, come over this way. We need your help here.
はいはい。私たちもお掃除お掃除。
Yep, we gotta get back to cleaning too.
リリアちゃんの気になる人の話聞きたかった。
But I want to know more about this guy that Riria likes. Miss Hinagata led the members of the LCSC out of the way.
恋っていうのとはちょっと違うかな。
I don't think I'd call it love though.
だってリリーはみんなのものだし。
After all, Lily belongs to everyone.
じゃあ憧れの人みたいな？
Aha, so it's more like someone you admire.
それとも違うかな。
Not exactly.
ごめんなさい。うまい言葉が見つからないの。
I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to explain it.
でも私はどうしてもその人に振り向いてほしいって思ってる。
All I know is I want him to look at me more than anyone in the world.
その人はリリアちゃんのことに興味がないの？
So does that mean he's not interested in you?
そうね、まったく
No, not at all.
ほんとひどいよね。リリア泣いちゃうよ。
Honestly, it's the worst. It makes me want to cry. Hmm. Hmm.
だから私思ったわ。
So I made a promise to myself.
もっともっと魅力的になって絶対に振り向かせてやるわって。
I swore I'd hone my charm and make him see me for who I am.
さすが女子高生のマジカルリリーはイメージも変わって肉食系だね。
That's a high school magical lily for you. She's changed up her image and now she wants a man.
茶化さないでったら。
Oh, you're such a kidder.
私はその人を通じて自分の魅力を力を試したいの。
I'd just like to see if we could test out the scope of my charms on him.
その人に魅力が通じないようじゃ私はまだまだだってね。
If I can't get him to look at me, then that just means I'm still a long way to go.
いいねいいね。マジカルリリーも恋を知ってますますパワーアップって感じだね。
That's great. It's like magical lily learned the power of love and is getting another power up.
He said it wasn't love. Oh well. You could punch up the story however you pleased. That story's dead in the water without a little spice. The second half of the interview concluded with mostly pointless chit-chat. I didn't have time for that sort of thing, but I played along anyway. I said my goodbyes to the crew at the shrine's archway. I bowed my head until they faded away into the crowds of the shopping district.
みんなはどこかな。
I wonder where everyone is. They left halfway through to give me some privacy. When I looked around, I didn't see them anywhere, just the elderly people who'd come to pray.
私を置いて解散しちゃうわけないよね。
They wouldn't have left without me. I had to find them. Iwaimato Shrine was a relatively large and well-kept place. Vast crowds would always gather here on New Year's. And since it was right at the end of the shopping district, you could always find plenty of devout senior citizens about. There were places where you could buy amulets or draw your fortune. I've done my share of the latter in my past. Well, to put it more mysteriously, that was all just the shrine's outward face. Deeper there lurked other secrets. The locals knew Iwamoto Shrine as one of the biggest shrines in the region. But it had another side, best known over the internet to curious teenagers all across Japan. The Doll Memorial Hall. This is the reason for the shrine's wider fame. It was said that the old dolls carried spirits within them. Sometimes people found themselves reluctant to throw them in the trash when the time came to get rid of them. So instead, they would hold memorial services for them and leave them there. Or leave them here.
あんまり近寄りたいとこじゃないかも。
Not the kind of place you'd want to go normally. The doll memorial hall was filled with rows of dolls as far as the eye could see. Most of them were Japanese dolls. Seeing just one of those in the dark room would be scary enough. So when there are so many of them are gathered in one location, it makes it look like kind of an occult hotspot. I wonder just how many there were. Hundreds. No, it could even be thousands. Either way, having all these soulless eyes staring at you made the hall feel like no place for the living to tread. Once, a user on a certain occult forum had reported that when they prayed at the shrine for a curse on a hated enemy, that wish had been granted. The place had some catch it, ever since. It had made top 10 lists of Japan occult hotspots, and this place would be on every single one. Just then, one of the dolls suddenly became as big as a human and stood up on its own 2 feet. It's just Toei. Oh,
びっくりしました。
it's just you, Kurokami.
黒髪先輩でしたか。
You scared me. She was in her priestess garb, yet she still held the same creepy doll as always. Priestess garb. She wouldn't let it go, even at school. But in this place, it only seemed natural for it to be just in her arms.
シャチ北部の人見ませんでしたか？
Have you seen the rest of the LCSC?
ススハラ先輩は見てませんか？私の愛しいダーリンなんですけど。
Did you see Suzahara? You know, he's my precious baby darling boyfriend now. Kurokami had her usual depressing look on her face, so I tried joking around. But as expected, she didn't play along.
Oh.
ダメ。
Don't.
は？
Huh?
汚れてるから
He's corrupted.
あいつには近寄るな。
So stay away from him.
はい？
What? Kurokami ignored me and left. What in the world was her deal? I was irritated, but I didn't feel the slightest desire to have her look at me, unlike Suzahara.
私たち黒髪先輩の家を掃除してんですから。
Basically cleaning your home, you know.
ちょっとくらいは感謝してくれてもいいんじゃないですか？
Would it show you to kill a little? Would it kill you to show a little appreciation? I didn't expect her to hear my grumbling, of course. Toei Kurokami was the only daughter of the shrine's head priest. I heard she was basically never at school, possibly because she knew she was going to take over her family's trade anyway. The Kurokami family owned a lot of land in the mountains. They were wealthy and well respected in the area. So perhaps she transcended simple, worldly emotions long ago.
私とは縁のない先輩よね。
She's none of my concern anyway.
布川さん
Nukawa?
Oh! I jumped with surprise. Suzahara was standing beside the hall, broom on hand. Oh no, hope he didn't hear me badmouth Kurokami. Ugh, I'm the worst.
終わったの取材
Are you done with your interview?
ある意味とっくに終わってました。
I'd say I was done with it for some time now.
最後の方は世間話に相槌を打ってただけですし。
I mean, the last half was basically just gossip, and I was nodding along, telling them what they wanted to hear.
そうお疲れ様
I see. Good work.
Calm as ever. Most people would react in some way to the statement like that. Though I'd say the way he could coolly defy expectations like that was one of his good points. Normally, I'd be straight up offended by his curt behavior. At that moment, I found it refreshing and comforting. Was I actually just getting tired of people fawning over me? I thought for sure that wasn't love, but maybe I was wrong. I couldn't say I'd ever thought about a boy for this long before. No matter how many sexy celebrities and shrewd producers made the moves on me. Then maybe Sahara really was special. If I were to say he was a special person to me, that's basically just no way of saying I had a thing for him.
No, I
Those
wouldn't
are-
admit that. No, me. Is something wrong?
いえ、なんでもないです。
No, it's nothing. No one else was around. Not Asuta, not Hinagata, nor any passing worshippers. I found this place creepy just a minute ago, but it didn't seem that way before, anymore.
私これで
It
も
didn't
一
seem
応
like that
芸
anymore.
能人だってこと。分かってもらえました？
Maybe you didn't think so at first, but I really am a celebrity. You get it now?
別に疑ったことなんてないよ
I never doubted you.
どう
Could have fooled me.
Hmm? Oh, the back of him. Oh. Though he was with a girl and a gorgeous idol at that, he quietly went back to cleaning. Almost like I was invisible.
This is exactly why I wanted his recognition. I decided to stop thinking about why. I didn't need a reason. I just wanted him to look at me.
か？私、実はちょっとした願掛けをしてるんです。
Actually, I've been praying lately.
うーん
Oh, really?
とある私に興味のない人をファンにできたなら、
Yes, that if I can convert this one person into a fan of mine,
新しい私はきっと成功できる。
then I can succeed as the new me.
うーん
I see. Soka.
He made a vague reply, even without looking in my direction. He really was cold. It was seriously started ticking me off. Yet all I could think about was getting him to look my way. So much so that I didn't care what would trigger this feeling anymore. I wonder if I could just go ahead and accept it as love. Would it be love at first sight?
先輩を振り向かせてみせますから。
I swear I'll make him look my way.
できるのなら期待しているよ。
Well, good luck with that. He didn't even bother turning my way. I couldn't stand it.
リリアちゃんさ、
Say, Riria.
はい。
Yes? Suzahara finally turned to face me, but I froze when I saw the look in his eyes. I'd never seen such a cold gaze before.
新しい自分は成功してると思う？
Do you believe your new self is Do you believe your new self is succeeding?
大成功とまでは言いませんけど、まずはいい出だしじゃないかと。
I wouldn't say I'm a hit, but I think I'm off to a good start. Today's interview was mere child's play. I've been getting more coverage ever since I was chosen for Flower High School, and expectations were growing. Of course they were. Magical Lily has returned after disappearing at the peak of her popularity.
それって
That hype.
新しい布川さんじゃなくて
It's not about you.
マジカルリリーの話だよね。
It's for Magical Lily. Am I wrong?
取材僕も少し耳を傾けてたけど
I overheard some of the interview, you know.
来てた人君のことを高校生になったマジカルリリーとしか思ってなかったよね。
Those reporters only saw you as the grown-up Magical Lily, didn't they? I was rendered speechless. But deep down, I realized the same thing. You'd simply put it into words before I processed it.
リリアちゃんはマジカルリリーを卒業して布川リリアに
Did you want to move on from Magical Lily and become Riria Nunokawa?
あれクルスリリアだったっけ？ごめんねこんがらがっちゃう。
Oh, wait. Or was it Riria Kurusu? Sorry, I get confused.
どっちでもいいです。
Either one's fine.
マジカルリリーを卒業してクルスリリアになりたいのか
At this rate, did you want to move on from Magical Lily and become Riria Kurusu?
それとも高校生になってもマジカルリリーを愛してほしいのか
Or did you just want everyone to keep loving Magical Lily, even after she grew up?
僕にはどっちがどっちなのかよくわからないな。
Honestly, I can't even tell the difference.
夏くんにかつての君の姿を見せてもらったよ。
You know, Natsu showed me what you used to look like.
どうでしたか？
And what did you think?
可愛らしかったよ。まさにお掃除の国のプリンセス。
You were cute, a true princess of Cleaning Land.
とてもとても愛くるしかったよ。
You were absolutely adorable. A wave of triumph folded me. That sense of vindication burned away in the face of Suzahara's chilling expression.
みじんもないよ。
But now, it's all gone.
今の君にリリーの可愛らしさなんてみじんもあるものか。
You don't have a single trace of Lily's cuteness left. His words are an icy stare like a dagger to my heart.
夏くんも人がいいよね。リリーのファンなのに君を見て絶望しないんだから。
Natsu's a good guy. He was a fan of Lily's, yet he wasn't disappointed by the sight of you.
あの頃の天使のような可愛らしさと比べたら今の君は
What is going on with this guy? Is it from the last dream? Dream? You know? I don't know. But what are you now, compared to the adorable little angel you once were?
気持ち悪く伸びた足、いびつで武骨な腕。
Look at those disgustingly long legs, those long and unsightly arms.
天使の瞳はかけらもない。可愛らしかった鼻はどこへ行ったの？
Your angelic eyes are a thing of the past.
Where did your cute little nose go?
ブクブクと肥えて脂肪でパンパンになった胸、お尻。
That's not even getting into those lumps of fat you call breasts or your rear.
清純な天使だったリリーの面影なんて今の君にはみじんもないよ。
You're not that innocent angel anymore.
僕は幸いにもマジカルリリーのファンじゃないけれど、
Sure, I'm glad I wasn't a fan of yours back then.
もしファンだったら嘆いただろうね。
Because if I were, I'd probably be devastated.
あの儚く清純だったマジカルリリーが
I know I couldn't stand seeing the Lily I've known and loved.
こんな豚の化け物みたいな姿になってなお自分をリリーだと言い続けることにね。
Get turned into this pig trying to pretend she's still Lily. Oh my god. Oh.
It felt like my whole world had shattered into pieces like a mirror.
Yeah, I would think so.
The things he said were far beyond insulting, but they were all true. My body had long since ceased to be magical Lily. The pure cleaning princess was gone. I had these disgusting fat sacs on my chest, and my butt was huge and repulsive. My nose was long and pointed, and my face was horrifying. I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I knew all that. I didn't need him to remind me. This body wasn't Lily. This wasn't me. I knew that. This was the body of a pig, a monster.
僕はナツくんを尊敬するよ。
I respect Natsu, you know.
そんな醜い姿になってもなおマジカルリリーだなんて言える君に愛想を尽かさないことにね。
Considering he can even stand to look at this disgusting thing that keeps trying to call itself Magical Lily.
Sorry. I wanted to scream so loud that it erased his words. But I couldn't erase the truth. My hideous insecurities and my hideous body were both undeniable. Screaming wouldn't make them go away. I hung my head and sobbed. I was disgusted that I thought my new self could do well just because of a stupid interview.
でも
However,
there was the slightest sense of warmth in his voice. It served as a ray of hope in my darkest hour.
君は自分のいびつさをちゃんと理解していたよ。
at least you know how disgusting you are.
だからリリーを卒業して新しい自分になろうと決意したんじゃないか。
That's why you decided to stop being Lily and create a new you, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
リリーで居続けるか新しい自分になるか
Will you keep being Lily or become a new you?
どちらの選択だって構わない。
Either one is fine.
でもどちらかでなければならないんだよ。
But you can't choose both.
Yes. I know.
君はその選択をちゃんとした。
You made that choice and stuck to it.
そこだけは君は褒められてもいいと思うな。
I think you deserve credit for that, if nothing else.
スハラ先輩
Hara? I finally understood why he angered me. I planned on cutting ties with the past, yet I was still chained to it. That was why I turned into this hideous pig. I already knew this body didn't belong to Magical Lily. I wanted to preserve her charm forever, then I had to stop lying.
私もうマジカルリリーじゃないです。
I'm no longer Magical Lily.
二度とマジカルリリーだなんて言いません。
I won't call myself that name ever again.
昔みたいな可愛こぶった喋り方なんて二度としま
I
せん。
won't try to act all cutesy like I used to ever again.
マジカルリリーじゃなくクルスリリアとして
Swear from the bottom of my heart.
本当に生まれ変わると誓います。
That I'll be reborn, not as Magical Lily, but as Riria Kurusu. Suzuhara smiled when I announced my decision.
リリアちゃん
Riria? Huh? His voice came from behind me. I turned around to find Suzuhara standing there. Wait, what? Then who had I been talking to? Then I finally noticed. I was standing all alone in front of the hall, with the countless dolls all as my only onlookers. And Suzuhara had just called out to me from behind?
どうしたの？
Is something wrong?
どうしたって。
What do you mean?
私、今、先輩と話してましたよね。
We were just talking, weren't we?
うん。
Huh?
話してるんじゃないかな。
I don't think so. Suzuhara looked confused. It seemed he really didn't have a clue what I was talking about. Who in the world was that? I thought I was talking to Suzuhara. I was actually all alone this whole time.
具合悪いの？
Are you okay?
いえ。まあ、
No.
その、
No, it's fine though.
私、昔からぼんやりしてると、変な白チュームとか見ちゃう体質らしいんです。
I've always been prone to having weird daydreams whenever I space out.
最近は治ったかなって思ってたんですけど、またそれだったみたいで。
I thought I'd gone away recently, but I suppose it's still there. Yes, it must have been a daydream. Thinking otherwise would bring me no answers.
お稽古とかで疲れてるんだよ。
You must be tired from practice.
社長コブ、土日の活動は無理しないで、休めるときは休んでね。
You don't have to force yourself to participate in Sunday activities. You should rest when you can.
先輩。
Suzuhara? Suzuhara's kind words spread across my heart. Oh god. Like milk spreading through hot cocoa. He appeared in my dreams and daydreams. I thought he was cold, but his consideration here had proven me wrong. I wondered just how much of my mind he could possibly occupy. He really was special, that was for sure. With his words, consideration, support, and recognition, I would be complete. We'd only known each other for a few days. We'd only said a few words to each other. And yet, I felt like I'd known him my whole life. It was like he didn't have those walls others had around him. What I felt for him was a sense of connection you normally only get with good friends and family. In hindsight, I might have felt that way since the first time we met. It wasn't that I was attracted to him, it was that there was no barriers between us to begin with. I used to think love at first sight was more about your heart pounding so hard you couldn't take it. I never knew it could feel this warm. The baseless sense of love at first sight was now becoming something more self-aware.
ジュースを買ってきたんだ。みんな事務所にいるよ。
I went to buy drinks. Everyone else is in the office.
私のこと探しててくれたんですか？
Were you looking for me?
すみません。行き違いになっちゃったみたいですね。
I'm sorry, we must have just missed each other.
リリアちゃんの好みがよくわからなくて、僕の好みで選んじゃったけ
I
ど、
didn't know what you
大丈夫
liked,
かな？
so I picked something that looked good. I hope that's okay.
お茶系でしたらどれでも大丈夫ですので。
As long as it's tea, it shouldn't be a problem. Suzuhara went to buy drinks? And the Suzuhara I saw before. No, there's only one Suzuhara. That Suzuhara and this one are both Suzuhara. It was Suzuhara. He was Suzumu Suzuhara for sure. I could feel it. And did his thoughts and feelings reach me or something like that? No idea. It sounded like something out of a fairy tale. Oh well, I didn't care what it was. We were both Suzuhara, and both of them were special to me. She's a little crazy. A little crazy. A little crazy.
それにしても、すごい数の人形だね。
Anyway, there sure are a lot of dolls in there, huh?
ですね。
You could say that again.
古い人形って思いとかをいっぱい吸い込んでるそうですからね。
They say old dolls absorb people's feelings.
怨念とかもあるかも。ちょっと怖いですよね。
So maybe they absorbed grudges as well. That's a little scary, don't you think?
そうだね。そういうのもあるかも。
Yeah, I think you're right.
ここ、あまりいい感じがしないから。
It would explain why it feels so wrong in here.
あれ先輩ってオカルトとかわかる人なんですか？
Oh, are you familiar with the occult then?
そういうのじゃないけど、
No, not really.
でもなんとなくそんな気がするというか。
Something about this place just unsettles me. That's all. Anyone would be unsettled when surrounded by hundreds of these creepy dolls. It sounded like what Suzahara was talking about went beyond that.
意味とする場所って僕はあると思うんだ。
I think negativity zones must be real.
意味とする場所。
What do you mean?
人だって慰めるのも励ますのもどちらも逆効果になってしまう感情の時ってあるよね。
Well, you know how sometimes it feels worse when people try to cheer you up?
一人にしておいた方がいい時ってやつですね。
You mean like when you'd rather be alone?
僕は父さんに場所にもそういうところがあるって教わったことがあるんだ。
My father told me there are places that have that effect too.
父さんはそれを意味とする場所って呼んでたけどね。
He calls them negativity zones.
汚れた場所ってわけですね。
So, corrupted places, you'd say.
そういう場所には用事もなく近づかない方がいいですものね。
Kind of places you shouldn't visit unless you're absolutely had to, that is.
ありがとうございます、先輩。これからは気をつけますね。
Thank you for the warning, Suzahara. I'll be more careful in the future.
そうだ、実は先輩にお渡ししたいものがあって。
Alright, there's something I want to give you, actually.
だったら僕にも近づかない方がいいかもね。
In that case, you probably should stay away from me as well.
僕も
Because,
汚れてるそうだから。
apparently, I'm corrupted too. Huh? According to Toei. He said all that with a composed smile. I couldn't tell if he was serious or joking.
どうして先輩が汚れてるんですか？
Why are you corrupted?
さあね。でもさっきやった黒髪さんが僕にそう言うんだ。
No idea, but that's what Kurakami said when I saw her earlier.
僕は汚れているから二度と近づくな。不幸が訪れるって。
She told me not to approach her again because I was corrupted, said I would bring misfortune.
黒髪先輩はちょっとあれですからね。そんなの気にしない方がいいですよ。
Kurakami's always been strange. You shouldn't let it bother you.
先輩が汚れてるなんてことあるわけないじゃないですか。
There's no way you're corrupted, or whatever. When I met Suzahara, it was love at first sight. No, something beyond that. Yet Kurakami said that approaching him would bring misfortune? Messed up.
ごめん。
I'm sorry.
ちょっと茶化そうとして言っただけのつもりだったのに、なんだか深刻な言い方になっちゃった。
I was just trying to lighten the mood. I didn't mean to sound so serious. Suzahara smiled apologetically. Maybe he's just been venting from the shock of Kurakami's scathing proclamation?
行こうよ。
Proclamation?
みんな待ってるよ。
Let's go. The others are waiting.
先輩、待ってください。
Please, wait a moment, Suzahara.
Hmm?
I'd actually been waiting for a chance to be alone with Suzahara today. I couldn't do this earlier because Asuda and the others were watching. This is the perfect opportunity for me.
実は先輩にお渡ししたいものがありまして。
Actually, I want to give you something.
何？
Huh? What is it? What are you giving him? I guess we'll find out next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!